Alright. What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with some news from the OCG. So, previously in a video, I talked about Joey Wheeler, well, Cyber Harpy, the Harpy Lady Scratch Slash monster. Well, she is one of many new cards coming out in a special promo for the Yu-Gi-Oh series in the OCG. So this series of cards will be distributed to anyone who just received the previous V Jump. And the previous V Jump featured these new cards. And if you want these cards, because of course people are going to want them in the OCG as well as the TCG, you just had to send back a slip in the mail, and then you will be able to receive with your next V Jump the particular cards themselves. And we're going to be taking a look at each of those particular cards. These cards are a reflection of the duelist Joey Wheeler and some particular monsters that Joey has faced within the Yu-Gi-Oh series, played within the Yu-Gi-Oh series, and has connections to some other duelists. The other thing about it is that these are monsters who are going to be in various forms, similar to how those five really good dragon monsters all got retrains of themselves and then were released within the series. One of them is going to be noted. Trishula. It was Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Bears, Dark Arm Dragon, uh, Judgment Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, and Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End, who all end up getting retrains of themselves. And that's pretty much what they're doing here with some of the notable monsters in Joey's dueling history. Now, the in addition to that, because it will be spoiled within it, Joey's Red Eyes Black Dragon's Chick, and Inferno Fireglass will be featured in the will also be featured with this set. They're going to be in their own separate pack called Legendary, um, the Legendary Duel Pack. Actually, we'll read right here. Yeah, Legendary Red Eyes Pack. And it'll consist of those three cards for the Rush Duel, because those three cards themselves will be part of the Rush Duel, while the rest of the cards are going to be regular playing cards for the game. So I'm going to take a chance to look at each card themselves and give a bit of history within those cards, as well and how they connect to Joey, as well as revealing which cards are being within this series. So, without further ado, let's take the first look at the first monster, and that is uh, Time Magus. This is Takino Madushi. This is the Time Wizard getting a fusion monster. So the only noted stats on this card is that it's a level 5 light attribute fusion monster, and this monster pertains to the Time Wizard. This is one of the cards Yugi gave to Joey during their time, once they started going towards Duelist Kingdom. And this was the first of a few cards that Yugi gave to this is one of the cards Yugi gave to Joey, that Joey ended up using in Duelist Kingdom. This helped him against his duel with Mai, his duel with Rex, of course his duel with Bones, where it backfired, and then his duel with Yugi, where he ended up using it, and it actually ended up costing him the duel. Because Time Wizard ended up triggering Dark Sage's ability, and then Yugi tribute Dark Magician to summon Dark Sage, and Dark Sage won him the duel. It's a bit of a weird thing because people assume that was Yugi cheating, but maybe Yugi being a bit more strategic about who he was playing, because he figured he's gonna get to the finals with Joey, and then Joey's gonna use Time Wizard, and to counter Time Wizard, I'm going to use Dark Sage. So when you thought you were going to destroy my Dark Magician, no, you just aged my Dark Magician to be 1,000 years older, wiser, and then have more spells under his wrap through his ability. So that is the Time Magus. And just for a bit of history there, Madushi in the OCG is a different way. In Japan, is a different way of saying magician. Funny enough, the phrase for the word magician is Majuseshi, which translates into wizard, which is also another acronym for magician. Fun fact, Time Wizard is actually known in the OCG as Time Magician. He was only changed radically from the OCG to TCG because the TCG didn't think he was going to be in remembrance of a magician monster, but he actually does fit into the magician archetype because his name means magician. So then we move on, of course, to the next monster, and that's the lovely Harpy Lady Sky Slash. So I did do a video on her, but we'll go over her anyway. This is a level 8 wind attribute synchro monster. Her name derives of two things: Cyber Harpy Lady, Cyber Bondage. In the OCG, that is the name for Cyber Harpy Lady. And then the SB is an acronym for the manga attack for Harpy Lady, which is Scratch Slash. As we all know, Mai Valentine is one of the many duelists that appears in the series, and she duels Joey in the Yu-Gi-Oh! In the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. She's had the most duels with Joey. I think she's only ever dueled Yugi once. And their duel at the finals of Battle City. I mean, not Battle City, of Duelist Kingdom. But for Mai, she's dueled him in Duelist Kingdom. She's dueled him in Waking the Dragons a total of 2 times. Even though she technically won their last duel, because Joey fainted, and all she really had to do was attack with Cyber Harvey Lady. And then she technically, yeah, he did kind of plot armor himself into that victory against her, only to where she would have lost, but then Valen played the I'm trying to be the hero and rescue her type of scenario. So, yeah, anyway, we all know the Harpy archetype. Doesn't have too many monsters in the extra deck, and this is just an additional monster to add to the extra deck. This monster's appearance, of course, is funny enough in the resemblance of Cyber Harpy Lady, which derives from her name because in the OCG, how they spell out Cyber Harpy Lady is that they spell out the names Harpy Lady, but the acronym for Cyber Shield, which is pronounced differently in the OCG, is actually SB, which is Cyber Shield, Cyber Bondage. And akin to the fact that it had to be heavily censored in the OCG, I mean the TCG release, because you can't have very sexual explicit things here because it's supposed to be children's card game. So they ended up changing that, as well as the appearance of Harpy Lady, which I wouldn't be surprised if this got released in the TCG. She would have the same look as Cyber Harpy Lady, but her spikes on her breast would be removed, and they would shorten her breast size. This monster, of course, is probably akin to Joey's duel with Mai, where she summoned the Harpy Lady sisters, and each sister appeared as their own monster, relatively than one, and was summoned by the magic of Elegant Egotist. So there's and some noted fact that Joey did actually use a Harpy Lady in his deck. Although it was the virtual duel against the Big Five, Joey did take 2 cards into his virtual deck. One of them was Cyber Harpy Lady, and the other was Harpy's Feather Duster, which Joey used. Then we take a look at the next monster, and this is Android Psycho Lair, known for us as Jinzo Lair. So this is the variation of Jinzo that is an Exceed monster. So said Link monster, no, Exceed monster. So a rank 6 dark attribute Exceed monster. And for the most part, this is just another amplification of Jinzo. Jinzo always gets support because people love Jinzo. Jinzo's a really old school monster that people adore. Jinzo was limited for a good period of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. I want to say up until 2008, where Jinzo got unlimited because the power crit for Jinzo was sporadic. There was ways to stop Jinzo. There was ways of getting over Jinzo. Jinzo kind of just fell back. Jinzo was here and there during Chaos, during Synchro, during the back and forth with Synchros and Chaos, and then kind of just appears wherever he wants to. It's nice to see that Jinzo is going to take the approach of being an Exceed monster, and a lot of people are really curious to see what they'll do with Jinzo in his Exceed form. Now, Jinzo is a card that Joey received from the duelist Esperoba after beating Esperoba. And him and Esperoba have a connection because Esperoba is the oldest brother is an older brother. He has 4 younger siblings, and he takes care of them. While Joey has his younger sister Serenity, and what transpired in Duelist Kingdom was before Duelist Kingdom was the reason why he went to Duelist Kingdom to earn the prize money so that his sister could have her operation. And of course, we all know the operation was a success for Serenity Wheeler is able to see once again. Then Of course, they talk about the red ice packs, but I already told you what those are. And then the last card to look at is 100 Dragon, this level 4 wind attribute dragon type monster. So this monster, oh, I'm sorry, not dragon type, this level 4 wind monster. Now, the crazy thing about this monster is that it looks like a various retrain of Thousands Dragon, hence the name Hundreds Dragon. And we wouldn't be surprised if this thing helps you summon that monster by, I don't know, attributing itself or seeing itself in a spell casted to the graveyard to uh, summon Thousands Dragon. This monster look is pretty much that because Baby Dragon is Joey's card. With Yugi's card, the Time Wizard, it is to age that baby dragon 1,000 years, turning it into the ferocious beast that it looks to be as Thousands Dragon. Now, the crazy thing about that monster overall is that 2,400 attack, 2,000 defense, just regular fusion monster that was in Joey's extra that came out through a very strange commencement of fusion. However, of course, as we know in the regular game, this card is Thousand Dragon is just never looked at. Neither is Time Wizard. But for the most part, those are fusion cards. They go into legacy decks. Um, and it's nice to see what this monster will do. I'm surprised they didn't go the whole insert red eyes here with this monster. Just considering the fact that red eyes baby dragon and red eyes. Yeah, red eyes baby dragon and baby dragon kind of share some motifs where they have these high level monsters. But they really they have they're three trains of high level monsters, but they just really don't get much use because it's just better options. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me taking a look at these cards coming out soon. Let me know in the conversation what you think about all the new monsters. What you think of Time Magnus, Harpy Lady, Scotch Slash, and Jinso Layer, and Hundreds Dragon. So, thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. HPJ, signing out. Take care.